5 sensors nobody ever cleans are feeding your computer. Bad data. And shops charge you $800 to $2,400 to replace parts that were never the problem. Today, the 5 most misdiagnosed sensors in the shop. Rough idle, hesitation, bad fuel economy, check engine lights that keep coming back. All 5 just need cleaning, not replacing. I'll show you what each one does, what shops charge when they get it wrong, and how to fix it yourself first. Stick around for the last one. It's the one mechanics never mention because there's no money in it. Number 1, the O2 sensor scam. The oxygen sensor is the most replaced part in the industry. Technical sounding, easy to justify, customers never push back. It sits in your exhaust stream, measuring oxygen levels so the ECU can fine-tune fuel delivery. Here's the scam. A lean code POSM71, POSM74 pops up, and the tech points straight at the O2 sensor. $400 to $600 each, sometimes 4 per car. But a lean code just means the computer detected a lean condition. There are 6 possible causes: a dirty MAF, a vacuum leak, and more. A real check takes 20 minutes and costs nothing. Shops skip it. Case in point, a customer paid $780 for 2 new O2 sensors on his Tacoma. Same code came back in 300 miles. The real cause was a dirty MAF. A 15-minute clean fixed it for good. Before approving an O2 sensor swap, ask, did you clean the MAF sensor first? Number 2, the throttle position sensor nobody talks about. This one gets misdiagnosed as a transmission problem more than anything else. Hesitation, jerky shifts, random power loss. Beware, and shops start quoting transmission service before they've even opened the hood. The TPS sits on the throttle body and tells the ECU how far and fast you press the gas. That feeds fuel delivery, timing, and transmission shift points, which is why bad data here mimics a transmission fault. It's really a 180 sensor, usually thrown off by carbon buildup on the throttle plate itself. A $6 can of cleaner and 20 minutes fixes about 70% of these. Watch for hesitation from a stop, jerky first to second shifts, surging idle, random power loss. Case in point, a customer was quoted $3,200 for a transmission. Cleaning the throttle body and resetting the TPS took 25 minutes, drove perfectly. The transmission was never the problem. Clean the throttle body before anyone touches your transmission. Non-negotiable. Number 3, the MAP sensor, confused with the MAF. Most people have never heard of it, and even some techs mix it up with the MAF. Costly, because they measure different things and fail differently. MAP stands for manifold absolute pressure. Instead of measuring airflow directly like the MAF, it reads pressure inside the intake manifold, which the ECU uses to calculate fuel delivery. Not every car has both. Older vehicles and many turbo engines run MAP only, and on a turbo it's also your boost pressure signal. Bad MAP data on a turbo means the computer can't see boost correctly, so power drops and fuel trims go haywire. Symptoms overlap with MAF problems: rough idle, weak acceleration, poor economy. But one symptom points specifically to the MAP: a rhythmic pulsing under steady highway throttle. Not a misfire, just a surge. That's the MAP losing signal under sustained load. Cody, Fair 128 triggers a MAP sensor quote, $150 to $300, but the actual issue is usually the vacuum, line or port connecting the sensor to the manifold. Carbon and oil residue clog it. The pressure reading goes bad, and the sensor gets blamed. Clear the passage, and the problem's gone. Also check for vacuum leaks between the throttle body and engine, which produce the same false readings. Case in point, a 2016 WRX owner was quoted $680 for a new MAP sensor plus a boost leak test, complaining of weak surging boost. The MAPI port was completely blocked with carbon. Clearing it with compressed air and a pick took 4 minutes. Boost returned immediately. The MAP and MAF are just the warm-up. The next 2 are where the real money gets wasted. The crankshaft position sensor that terrifies everyone. This one's different. The symptoms are dramatic enough that people panic, and panic in a waiting room is expensive. The CKP sensor tracks the crankshaft's position, which governs fuel injection and spark timing. Bad data means the computer's guessing. Failure looks scary, cranks but won't start. Or runs fine, then suddenly stalls when hot. Refuses to restart for 30 minutes, then fires up like nothing happened. That heat-related stall sends people straight to a tow truck, and dealership talk of timing chain damage. In reality, it's one of the cheapest fixes here. $150–250 at an honest shop. Before replacing it, check the connector. Corrosion from heat and road grime causes signal loss, and cleaning it with contact cleaner and dielectric grease is often the whole fix. Also check the reluctor wheel. Debris or a damaged tooth can cause the same symptoms with a perfectly good sensor. Case in point, an F-150 went through 3 shops over 4 months. A fuel pump, $620, an ignition control module, $480, a $400 timing chain quote before someone cleaned the corroded CKP connector. Fixed for 18 months and counting. Don't panic on a dramatic no start or heat stall. Check the connector first. Panic is what turns an $80 fix into a $2,000 one. The muff sensor nobody cleans. This is the one that exposes the whole pattern. It happens daily, in every shop, on nearly every rough idle complaint. The MAF sits between your air filter and throttle body, measuring incoming air so the ECU can calculate fuel. Its sensing element is thinner than a human hair. And over 30,000, 50,000 miles, oil vapor and dust build a microscopic film on it. No warning light, just slowly degrading data that eventually throws lean codes. Rich codes, O2 codes, and catalytic converter codes all at once. There's no profit in a $15 cleaning, so the fix becomes O2 sensors, fuel injectors, sometimes the catalytic converter, $400 to $2,400. Idle improves slightly, then the same symptoms return months later, because the MAF was never touched. Case in point, a Mazda CX-5 owner spent due $2,400 across 2 dealership visits for rough idle that kept coming back. Cleaning the MAF in her driveway fixed it instantly. Fuel economy climbed from 25 to 28 mpg, and the code never returned. How to clean it yourself. 1. Buy MAF sensor cleaner specifically, about $8. Not carb cleaner, not brake cleaner, not throttle body cleaner. Anything else leaves residue that damages the sensing element. 2. Turn off the ignition and disconnect the electrical connector. Press the release tab. Don't pull the wires. 3. Remove the mounting screws, usually T20, T25 Torx, and slide the sensor out carefully. 4. Outside, hold it with the sensing element facing down and spray 3 short 2-second bursts, letting it evaporate 30 seconds between each. Never touch the element directly. 5. Let it dry fully, 5 minutes minimum, then reinstall and reconnect. 6. Disconnect the batteries. Negative terminal for 10 minutes to clear old fuel trim adaptations, then reconnect and let the engine idle for 2 minutes without touching the throttle. That's the $2,400. Repair 15 minutes and $8 next. Time a shop quotes $800 for a rough idle. Ask them one question. Did you clean the MAF sensor first? All 5 of these sensors get misdiagnosed daily. And all 5 are fixable before you spend $1 at a shop. Clean the throttle body. Check the MAPI port. Inspect the CKP connector. Clean the MAF sensor. Do those first and always. If this video helped you out, drop a like and hit subscribe for more car care tips. Got questions or a car problem you want me to cover? Leave a comment below. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one. This has been Car Care Fix.